Hey guys, this is your sort of monthly love rating for the sign of Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the rest of June. I'm not going to go into too much introduction because I don't feel like it and it'll make the video too long. So I'm just going to post an introductory video talking about who I am, what my philosophy is when it comes to spirituality and tarot, my methods, the decks I use, all that fun stuff. So I'm pretty much just gonna get into the reading. So one thing that came up when I very briefly was meditating, trying to feel your energy, I saw a couple things. I saw, do you know those 1920s advertising paintings of or just illustrations of flappers where they're I guess they're fashion illustrations, I don't really know, but they're really slender women with blunt what is that called, bob haircuts that cut right on their cheeks, with the pointy noses. And there was this sort of cartoonish looking woman like that walking with her nose in the air, very glamorous but very proud, sort of looking down my nose at you. So I saw that, and that was funny. And then I saw someone like this, meditating, eyes closed, and then in the background just fucking flames everywhere, the world is burning, and you're just, I'm zen. I don't see that. So that's an interesting energy to be in, Leos. But let's see what comes out in your reading. Messages you have for Leo, love, sun, moon, rising, Venus for the rest of June. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the rest of June. Love. Oh boy. Okay. Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for the rest of June. Oh, there we go. And just the way I do it, I don't use any particular spread. I'm an intuitive reader. I mean, I know the definitions of the cards, but I don't really read by the book. It's more what comes out in the energy. Okay. Interesting, guys. Interesting. How am I gonna do this? Yeah. Okay. Oh, let me pull one. Let me pull one more. Okay, that works. Oh, okay. Yeah, that checks out. Bottom of the deck, we have Page of Cups. You guys are contemplating a romantic offer. I mean, it might not be you, it might be your person. The energies could be vice versa. And I am feeling a lot of intermingling with them. So you both might be a little bit unsure about it. Let me figure out how to do this. Yeah, that feels right. Okay. There's a lot of mental confusion going on here. There's a lot of distancing is what I heard. Distancing yourself. You guys, so you, okay, this is a couple things for a couple of different people. Some of you are not really focusing on romance right now. You are kind of in this energy of, I don't have time for it. I don't need anyone. I have myself, that's all I need. It's a very single energy is what it is. Very, very single energy. Nine of Pentacles is very single energy. And some of you, there is an offer that was made, or that, oh, unspoken. I heard unspoken. Unspoken. Something going on between you and another person that hasn't soured necessarily, but just hasn't been talked about. For a lot of you, it just hasn't been talked about. Oh, some of you got ghosted, or you ghosted someone, but I feel like it's you that got ghosted, which, yeah, that's where that really proud, like, that really proud energy is coming in. Yeah. Some of you got ghosted, and, ooh, you do not ghost a Leo. You do not ghost a Leo. How dare you ghost a Leo? Like, that sort of energy, like, how dare you ghost me? Nuh-uh, I ghost you. That proud energy is coming through a lot for some of you. This is something that was not talked about, for sure. For most of you, not talked about. And I don't think the mental confusion is on your end. I think it's your person. For some of them, the ghosting, or just the distancing, that was all done out of fear. That was all fear and immaturity. I mean, that's usually what it is. Immaturity or fear, or both. In this case, it feels like both. They are not doing too well. Not doing too well. They're self-isolating a lot, I feel like. And torturing themselves, pretty much. Ooh, I can already feel you guys being really satisfied by that. Like, this wave of, like, good, they should be, just came through. So, that's fun. Let's see what they're so conflicted about, shall we? Please clarify the Five of Swords. Moving forward. Actually, taking action for once. Justice. Okay. Yeah. Nine of Pentacles again. So for a lot of you, this is, like a really fated connection. You could be dealing with a soulmate or a twin flame, a divine counterpart. Those are the same thing, basically. But I'm not going to focus too much on the label of the connection. The Lovers came out. This is divine choices, divine unions. They're conflicted about actually moving forward for once, actually making a fucking choice. And for a lot of them, the reason is they know they fucked up. They know they pissed you off. And they're worried about retribution. Leo is not necessarily a vindictive sign. They're not very vindictive, but they're very proud. Yeah, and I feel like some of you are in this energy of like, well, if they come back, I don't want anything to do with them. They showed their true colors. I'm too good for that fucker sort of energy. And they can sense that. They can sense that they pissed you off. And they're worried about getting what they deserve, basically. They're worried that you're going to turn them down, and that's exactly what they deserve. Yeah. Like, they got scared. They ran off with their tail between their legs, and they're like, oh, but I want to come back. Oh, but I want to, wait a minute, like, I did want this. Oh, but I can't, because I pissed Leo off, and Leo's gonna, turn me away, because I fucked up. That's what it feels like. So that's the sort of mental conflict that's going on right now. Let's look at you. Let's look at the High Priestess, actually. That's really interesting. Go for the High Priestess. I feel like you know what's going on with them. I feel like you know, either by intuition or you've been looking into what's going on with them. A lot of you are very, I mean, if you're watching this, you're probably spiritual, but a lot of you are very spiritual, very intuitive. I feel like, for the most part, you know what's going on with them. You know that they want to come back. And I just heard, and you don't give a fuck. And you don't care. Yeah. You know that they're having a hard time choosing. This is a theme, like every single reading. There is somebody who's like, doesn't want to make a decision. Nobody wants to make a fucking decision. And there's somebody that's like, it's not that fucking hard to make a decision. And it's not. It's really not. You are just putting yourself through it. Yeah. You know exactly what's going on with them. And you don't give a fuck. You are done waiting for their slow ass. This is the Knight of Pentacles. He's slow. He wants to start something stable. He wants to bring forward this offer of stability. This very, very tentative romantic offer. But he's not not the fastest. Not sure about putting in the work. And is hoping that he can just kind of wait it out and see what happens. Or you are waiting out to see what happens. You're like, I'm gonna see if this fucker comes forward. I'm gonna see what he does. Or she, or they, or, you know, whoever it is. Look at the Hanged Man. Wow. Like I said, Leo is not a vindictive energy, but you guys are feeling, not vindictive, but done. Fucking done is what you feel like. You are like, I am moving forward. I am done waiting for his ass. I'm done waiting. Yeah. You're not in a hermit mode, but you are seeing the other person in the hermit mode. And you're waiting it out. There's definitely this feeling of waiting it out. Like, I'm going to see what they do. Let's just see. And y'all have a tower moment coming. So that's exciting. I love the tower. The tower is my favorite card. I am a Scorpio, so that is our card. Oh, by the way, you guys might be dealing with an air sign or Taurus. That's sort of what's coming through. Air and earth. Taurus, specifically. Yeah. I don't... This is Pisces. But I don't feel Pisces. Let's look at this tower moment, though. Something's coming. Something... It doesn't feel... It feels... not good or bad. It feels just like an opportunity to think, if that makes sense. It doesn't feel like, oh, this one thing is going to solve everything. It just feels like it's going to make both of you think. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I feel like they're finally just gonna bite the bullet and do it and say, listen, I know I fucked up, but I want to move forward. I want to see where this goes. And you're gonna come in and say, hold on there. You're gonna torture them a little bit. You're gonna make them pay a little bit. Which, again, like, Leo is not necessarily a vindictive sign, but you guys are in a little bit of a vindictive energy about this situation. You are not going to want to let them off easy. But you'll let up. You're gonna let up. And what comes next is, real passionate new beginning, and I'm gonna look more into that. Yeah, passionate, stable. You have 2 aces here. Real passionate, stable, tolerant. I just heard tolerant. New beginning. I do feel like it's going to go a little bit slow. I think you both are going to be in this energy of like, let's just take it one step at a time. Let's rebuild this. Let's move forward in a stable way. Not like not jump in all at once. I do feel like it's going to go a little bit slowly because you're still going to be a little reluctant about this person, and they're feeling anxious. Like that 5 of Swords energy is not going to go away. It's going to diminish a little bit, but it's not going to go away all of a sudden. So you're going to have to take this a little bit slowly. But it's a really, really great, passionate, stable new beginning that this Tower moment is ushering in. And again, this Tower moment doesn't feel like this massive change. It doesn't feel like this like moment that's going to change everything. It feels like a little moment of clarity that gives them the push they need to come forward. And you're not going to let them off easy. You're not necessarily going to be happy with it. And it's going to take some rebuilding. Let's look at the Hierophant real quick. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like you, it might be your person, but I do feel like it's you, Leo, you being in this energy of like, oh, I heard this earlier too, and I forgot about it when I was meditating on your energy. I heard somebody say something like, if they don't want me, it's their loss. And that's sort of what it's feeling like. If they don't want me, I don't want them back. But you do. And you know you do. And you know they want you too, even though they're not acting like it. You're going to let up. Eventually you're going to let up. And what follows is, guys, this is the best it can get. This is 10 of Cups. This is domestic, romantic, emotional bliss. This is happiness. The Hierophant is commitment. You're going to be hard on them. But eventually it's going to be a slow roll. But it's going in a really good direction. And the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor. There's not really much else to say about this. It's going in a good direction. So let's, I'm going to pull some Animal Spirit Oracle cards because they're very nice, healing, calming energy to end the reading with. They have some really uplifting things to say. Typically, I'm just going to read the definitions from this book because I don't have all the definitions memorized, and the descriptions are super poetic and lovely, and I think you'll get a lot out of them versus me just sort of putzing through and trying to explain what they mean. Alright, so what messages do you have for me for the sign of Leo, Sun and Rising Venus, in love for the rest of June? Leo, Sun and Rising Venus, in love for the rest of the month of June. What messages do you have for me for Leo, Sun and Rising Venus, in love? Oh, there we go. Okay, Tiger, Fire Ant, and Frog. Let me show you these because they're beautiful. This is the tiger. Isn't it gorgeous? I love this artwork. This is the, and I'll go into the descriptions of the deck because I know you probably just want me to get on with the reading. But this is the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck, and the artwork is just gorgeous. This is the Fire Ant. I love them so much. Anyway, so we have 2 fire energies here and a water. You could be dealing with another fire sign. But there was a lot of earth energy, earth and air that came out in the reading. There's water here, but I'm really not feeling water. I don't know why. Like, I'm sure some of you are dealing with water signs, but I'm not feeling a lot of water energy. Okay, Tiger. El Tigre. Vendetta. Oh, I'm in the wrong section. There we go, there we go. There's the fire ant. Tiger, where did you go? Here we go, tiger. Lunar force, ease in darkness, feminine energy. The tiger hunts at night, at one with the silence, fearing nothing. This card reminds us to take in the wild darkness, to allow the lunar forces to soothe and heal our spirit, sensuality, receptivity, and devotion are all heightened in the midnight hour. And the tiger takes advantage of these boons. Spend some time in silence this evening, drinking in the potent calm. There is nothing to fear in the stillness except the awakening of your own power. When in balance, passionate, strong, sensual. That's the word I couldn't pronounce for some reason. When out of balance, overstimulated. To bring into balance, candle gazing. I feel like this is the energy you guys are in. You are in a really strong, fearless energy. You are not gonna take any bullshit. You've taken enough bullshit. You're doing well. It's this other person that's fucking up. Yeah, and on the opposite end, they're definitely needing to tap into this energy that you're harnessing a little bit more. Alright, let's move on to the fire ant. Oh man. Aggression, rigid thinking, following orders. Fire ant energy flares up without us noticing. It's the force that attracts us to people and situations that feed our imbalances rather than those that counter them. Gossiping and blaming are a few indicators that misaligned fire ant energy is at play. You may also find yourself stewing on a person or situation, only making things worse. How can you break free from the drama and cool down? Fire ants are surprisingly sensitive. Don't pretend the heat isn't getting to you. Yeah. That definitely resonates with me based on the energies that I've been feeling. Careful, tiger, that your proud, what was it? No bullshit attitude doesn't turn into too much anger, because that is going to work to your disadvantage. You are definitely feeling that, at least subconsciously. You are stewing on this person. You are angry. You're angry about the situation, and honestly, you have every right to be. You have every right to be angry. You have every right to feel your feelings. But careful that you are not so wrapped up in your own pride that you're not seeing other perspectives. I think that's just my takeaway with this. Try to step out of yourself for a second. And don't lash out of pride. It doesn't go anywhere helpful or productive. Alright, let's look at the frog. Water energy. Where is she? The frog, clearing, cleansing, and healing. The frog and the water element are almost inseparable. The frog spends its first months of life entirely within this healing element and then emerges to rest on land. But no matter how earthly the frog becomes, its need for cleansing and rejuvenation is regular. Frogs tend to become overworked and undernourished, so it's vital that such sensitive creatures practice self-care. This card serves as a reminder that water helps us cleanse, forgive, and release. Time to dive in. Frogs aren't meant to carry a heavy load. Yeah. All this anger and all this animosity surrounding this connection is in need of some serious healing. And it's going to happen for you, but it's going to take time, and it's going to be slow. You're going to be reluctant, they're going to be reluctant, and just try not to let this anger overwhelm you. This pride and this anger prevent you from seeing and doing the healing that is necessary. Because this is potentially really great connection, and it would suck to miss out on it because you were so wrapped up in your pride. You don't want that, and neither does your person. So there it is. Tower moments all around. We love them. They help us see clearly when we're caught in a mental funk. So where am I going? What? Right. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, great. I'm happy. What else? Oh yeah, I don't know what's wrong with me. My brain is dead today. If this resonated with you, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know how this situation turns out, because I'm curious. And follow me on Instagram. My handle is Amelia Jo Wood. Amelia with an A. I'll post it down below as well. And good luck in Gemini season. Good luck for the rest of June. And I'll see you in the next reading. Bye.